Disclaimer. Any audio used in this video is not part of the Another Road mod. It is used to enhance the video quality. Viewer discretion is advised. Guys, welcome back. See, I kept my promise. Another video for the week, with some edits that are okay to go with it. Enjoy.
Stop playing!
Yeah.
Sleep for all eternity. Nice. There's no hope for you.
Yeah.
Hamburger. Settle down! The end is nigh.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Marluxia, the graceful assassin. His KH2 title? Okay, I'm gonna be real. I ain't seen nothing graceful from this guy. Everything he does seems so ungraceful, in fact. I mean, let's calculate this real quick. How the fuck can he one-hand a fucking scythe this elongated? Like, this is not the usual fucking length of a scythe. This is right here. Scythes usually make it look like I'm a farmer or a really bad scarecrow. But scythes aren't usually like this, and the strength alone to wield a scythe in one hand like this makes me wonder, how strong is he really? However, I think it should be said that we are not here to question how strong his arm is, but how he functions in the Another Road mod. Okay, let's start with the base combo. He'll slash and gash and cut a hole in your ass, then end up with one of the most graceful moves in his arsenal. It's basically a big AoE slam where he spawns a burgundy puddle. Or I should say, really the entire land. Sometimes the enemy won't be hit by this, but that's a good thing, because it actually can be delayed, still giving that good ending finisher combo. I don't know if that changes the damage or not, but hey, sometimes it still hits. Sometimes it also makes him flip-flop like a fish right behind you, ending your combos early, but even then, it's a really nice fucking combo. While in base form, you get access to two unique attacks and animations. By pressing block, you become a swirling vortex of terror and become one of the most detrimental things to your enemies. And you get the suck. Yeah, suck. When they get in close, you press the reaction command to reap the soul from their body. It's a spinning moon from the KH2 data battle, but instead of being countered by Sora and then you basically get your hit counter back, you're free to slash and gash your enemies with the elongated scythe. Another note with this weapon is that when your reaction command reap, you get focus back. depending on how many enemies you hit. This is why I love the weapon so much. It's made for horde battles against so many enemies that you get most of your focus back. It's really good against the 10,000 Heartless battle that you have to face in the KH3 game. However, do know this. If you block an attack during the suck animation and use the counter while in base form, you will reap, but you won't gain any focus back. It's recommended that you use reap as soon as possible or time it to where you're still invulnerable when you're low on focus. After that, you gain a special reprisal. When you are mid-combo and the boss or the mob decides it's had enough abuse and uses its revenge value, when it hits you and you use air recovery, use your reprisal immediately. When you do so, you turn into a weed whacker and buzz away the competition. Sadly, in base form, it can only be done once. When you enter your first form change, your base combos don't really change, and which sucks, honestly, but it does have something good. Now your new ground finisher is mobile. You basically turn into an 18-wheeler versus a Tesla. It will become flatter than the sodas in my fridge. When the slam hits, you release a burst of pink energy that can hit multiple times. This move right here is the most graceful shit and the most, I don't even know how to put this. This is extra. Holy fuck, I love it. This is graceful. That is graceful. Everything else he does, not as graceful. Other moves could change too. The suck block now blocks once instead of multiple times, so be wary of this in battle. The reprisal now also gains a reaction command where you can use the move up to 3 times, but you do have to time it because the reaction command won't be available immediately. So let's hope you don't do that during the next form change, because I've done that too. So channel in that inner weed whacker and cut the edge of the grass you forgot to mow over. Now, you get a new locust skill. During the first form change, you are able to summon 4, yet deadly, burgundy pools that release vines into the air. Real quick disclaimer, I have no idea how many times you can summon them, so I'd be careful spamming the move. It may cause the game to crash. That should be a reoccurring theme here, because these two weapons have maybe crashed the most out of anything else in Another Road. Mainly Larxene's weapon. We'll talk about that soon. Regardless, there is one more move that requires you to stand still in the first form change. When you do so, while you're locked on, you summon 3 pink petal auto turrets as if you're playing Symmetra from Overwatch. In between your combos, they will fire on your opponent. If you haven't noticed why I'm not talking about the air combos, you're gonna find out about it more on the second form change because I'm a bit indifferent to this weapon. Speaking of, the second form change is known as Death Sentence. Yeah, that's quite the name. Holy fuck. You basically keep most of the shit you had in the first form change. There are changes, but I'm more focused on the new stuff. For example, the original burgundy pools that you summoned will instead become 3 massive burgundy pools for that locust skill instead. You can also spam this, but again, be wary of crashes. As well as that, you gain something new. If you ever wondered what Marluxia said during the data fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, let me show you something that no one has ever seen before. Lost footage of what Marluxia whispers to Sora.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, that's right. You whisper a single word or phrase, and your opponent becomes doomed. Surrounded in the burgundy colored vines with the nobody symbol, and then a timer goes down. After the timer reaches 0, it will take massive damage, or the target will take massive damage. Please note that if they disappear or go through a cinematic sort of thing, or they become untargetable, Doom will kind of dispel itself. It's never consistent. When I used this against Larxene in the earlier days of the Another Road mod, it was like a 20-second delay before she just exploded. I can see the delayed Doom is gonna hit, though. I want to see if it actually kills her. Bitch, can you stop attacking me like that? I don't know if that's fixed, but hey, you can test it out for me. Yeah, it's a bit wonky. The finisher's the best part about this, though. You become invulnerable for a short amount of time, covering the map in the background of whatever area or JPEG is in there with burgundy colors, summoning them to the Burgundy realm. You tired of Ron Burgundy jokes yet? Just kidding, it's not actually. But burgundy color, yes. Then you become a full-on necromancer and summon the Skull of Skeletor to damage your enemy, while small vine pools will spawn under your enemy and during your combos, and a big vine pool will spawn roots to barb wire your enemies to death. Now, okay, there are two things I did not mention about it, and so let's jump in. The shot lock for Marluxia is really cool. The partial stunt like causes you to cut tears in reality and slash your enemies, and those very slashes can come back to continue their attacks and disappear at some point in time, or if there's some sort of solid block in the way, it won't follow them anymore. While in full shot lock, you will basically begin raining men, petals. These petals will turn into sharp projectiles and launch themselves at enemies for a short amount of time. And with that said, here's the other thing. Usually with these weapons, the ground-to-air combos don't change that much. You still get the full fucking ability to like unleash the combo as if it's the same on ground. Yeah, sure, there's minute changes, but that's where Marluxia comes in. Marluxia's whole combo in the air is ass. The weapon is clearly ahead in ground supremacy, but these air combos just aren't consistent enough to get a very high ranking. During the first form change, it'll spawn the smallest of puddles to push them back into the air. But here's the thing, if you go high enough, it goes past the puddle and it becomes detrimental. So the higher you are, the less likely your combos are going to continue. But I don't know if that's fixed, because I still have a consistent problem off stream, so I don't have anything recorded to show you. So take that with a grain of salt. The final hit on the air combo launches the opponent downwards as if you're Injustice Superman, just fucking decked in the face, and you enter Earth's atmosphere at Mach 5. The higher you are when you wield this combo, the less likely it is to hit. This makes me want to break my controller and throw my computer in the trash. The weapon is good, not to mention that during the second form change, you get a second slam based on the form's combo. Even with that, the overglaring aerial weakness changes the rank it was going to get, which was an S, but instead to an A, which is still really fucking good. The invulnerability, the combos itself, the gracefulness of those two singular moves is what put it up there. But the air combo supremacy takes away from the good aspects of it. And that's where I'm going to put it at an A. With that, we're going to switch to another story. So, when I was like maybe 13, I played KH1 and KH2 on the PS2. I went with my mother to Walmart. We would always check out the game section, and if I was a good boy, I would get another game. And Kingdom Hearts was my addiction. I would spend hours on Destiny Islands and be like level fucking 45, and I'd just be toying with everyone and getting as much tech points as possible. As a kid, I was a true gamer, but now I don't even do stuff like that because I rush through, because who wants to watch hours of Destiny Island? And you know, in my mind, I didn't know if there would be another Kingdom Hearts game other than 2. And that's the latest one that I had. I only knew about KH1 and KH2, but when I was scouring through there, I found a game, and that was Kingdom Hearts Recon for the PS2. Now, I was excited for the prospect of playing another Kingdom Hearts game. It's another Kingdom Hearts game. Of course I want to play it. My mother got me the game, and little did I know, besides the gameplay, there is another greater enemy that I would despise, even now.
Really? Do we have to do this?
Stop playing!
What's the matter? It's time for you to go.
There's no hope for you.
Yeah. I will break you. Got you now. What a dumb way to go.
I cannot, for the life of me, understand people's fascination with this bitch right here. This meme killed my soul. I'm a husk. I'm a fucking husk. That aside, I like the weapons because they remind me of Dungeons & Dragons punching daggers or kunai. I love these weapons and I love how she uses them. I don't like her bitchy attitude and I never will. Being a heartless bitch isn't a personality, it's a disease, in my opinion. Tell you what, we need an unbiased opinion, however. So, find a friend who has never seen Kingdom Hearts in their life and I want you to show them this scene.
No.
Then I want you to ask them, hey, can you give me your best guess on what's happening in this scene? Go ahead. I'll wait. All right, now that you got that, now let's get to the weapon. The base form combo is pretty sweet. You become what Larxene's title in the organization is, the Savage Nymph. Her attacks are more graceful than Marluxia's attacks in general. The sway of her movements, the shaking of her hips, and the twirls you perform, she's more graceful than Marluxia in general. However, your combo ends with a savage throw of your daggers that spark and crackle with the power of lightning and electricity, before you just assault them with more lightning. You seeing a theme here yet? Someone's going to jail for assault on a minor real quick. With this, there is nothing really to write home about this weapon in the base form. However, that quickly changes when she goes into her form change. However, quick note, whenever you fill the arrow bar, she gets Thundaza for free. Don't use this against Data Larxene, because she's immune to lightning. My dumbass did that a lot. So when you enter the form change, the attacks become quicker, you gain an enhanced dodge, just becomes so volatile and filled with electricity that your dodge arcs and provides more dodge frames. For those who are professional KH fans, you know the sweet spot when it comes to spamming dodge, and you get it continuously, and sometimes it can get faster and more continuous. With this form change, you become even faster, making you near invulnerable if you hit the sweet spot for that timing. With this, you gain access to a new Locust skill that will definitely put you in jail for manslaughter. Voltaic Clones. Oh yeah, clearly Rakusin. Totally, 100,000,000% named this move after me. You like my ego and my joke yet? Jokes aside, you will split yourself into 4. Man, that is some real MPD right there. And these clones will rain down and slam onto your opponent, knocking them out from whatever the fuck they're doing. But before you ask, yes, this does not build revenge value. Even after all these updates, just did that move, it did not. Even after that, during the combos of the first form change, you will get a reaction command. So just don't spam the attack button so you can use the reaction command to throw knives down on your opponent. I think there are more knives when this happens, but I don't really pay attention to that. Another note here, the end combo, or by pressing the jump button early, will use the finishing move of the first form change's finisher, which is spamming a streak of lightning. You can spam it up to 3 times with the streak reaction command, I think? Yeah, streak. Yeah, streaking, you know, running across the street naked. Finally, the final form change. You become a Wendigo, and those nails you've been growing for the Guinness World Record book will actually be useful now. You will now become pure speed, and the Gas Gas song will activate, or you'll become supersonic. You know, you'll hear that theme activate. It's one or the other. You dash everywhere and appear there for a split second, and you claw opponents before ending with a large AoE slam filled with the most powerful of electrical attacks. However, just like before, you'll be offered 3 reaction commands that are named the same thing, so don't spam the attack. These reaction commands are at random, so you'll either get the AoE slam, enhanced but plentiful knife throws with a different coloration, and an enhanced streak of lightning attack that can be done up to 3 times. And this aside, you can also press the jump button at any time to get the finishing combo for that of the, finisher. Fuck! I am really slow. Reading this script is like harrowing my brain because I keep losing my place. However, besides Voltaic Clones, you also get a new Locust skill called Sadistic Clones. I know, really nice. You fully enshroud yourself in the Big Bitch Aura, releasing 4 clones that will spawn and slash around your enemies. Note that your clones will target randomly unless you're locked on. regardless of which form change that you're in. So in big fights with multiple enemies, don't lock on. That's the smartest thing you can do. When you see a Larxene, well, just lock on. I won't say anything more because I'll get canceled for what I would say, and I hate her so much, but not that much. Now, in this form change, you will also get a faster dodge with more dodge frames, making you the new Wally West of the DC universe. Also, forgot to mention, during the form change or base form combo, during the first or second hit, you can press left or right on your movement stick to basically dodge. In my opinion, it's nice, but I can't get with it because of the delay at the end. That shit is so slow for such a fast-paced weapon. As for her shot lock, her partial is great for clear, while her full is, in my opinion, should only be used for boss or max damage. Of course, you can use it on everything else, but you really want to maximize on damage when fighting data fights, or bosses in general. Now, her finisher is the DM move from the data fight. As you become enveloped in electricity and tell all your clones to destroy the target with a giant AoE finish. My phone was unmuted. I got a snap from one of my friends with a picture of an ass cheek. I'm gonna hurt somebody, probably myself. Jokes aside, with this, while I dislike her, the movement is supremely all the way up there, at the S rank. She has air and ground superiority because the combo doesn't change on ground to air. Regardless of anything, you'll throw your knives and they'll float in the air because you're fucking psychic. The same thing with the streak of lightning. Here's the thing, even with that of the streak lightning, it's so tall, you're less likely to miss. And with this, she just moved up in the road. She's moved up in town and moved up to a promotion. And on the road that we traveled, I'm sadly gonna have to give this bitch an S rank.